Hi everyone, it's me, your favorite pink-haired flowered bimbo, here to tell you to remember to subscribe and hit that like button. It really helps out the channel and it brings me one step closer to becoming a true content creator. I stream every week on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday on twitch.tv. I stream all kinds of games and react to things given to me by my viewers. And then I just hang out and have a blast together. So if you would like to join in on the action, be here every week from Tuesday to Saturday at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Also make sure to follow my Twitter for updates on when I go live. Thank you and enjoy the video. So this is called I played Blue Protocol Day 1 Impressions. Let's see how it is. Hopefully nothing is muted. Okay, let's go.
I just got done streaming roughly 10 hours of Blue Protocol's Japanese network test. And let me just preface this entire video by stating this game has not only lived up to my expectation of it, but it has also surpassed it. I played the first beta test that this game had. Admittedly, that beta test had a lot of issues. The combat was kind of clunky, the animations were kind of clunky, there was a stamina system present for your mount where you could only use it for a number of seconds.
Oh yeah, I heard about that. Are they still like having... Do they still have that in the game? Like, do you still look to use your mount with stamina?
I can say that a lot of the issues that I had that I saw were present during that first beta test are no longer there.
I'm super glad to hear that. Like, I'm super glad to hear that they're actually making, like, changes to the game to make it better and an enjoyable experience. Like, they're actually listening. I'm super fucking happy to hear that. That's, like, a really good sign.
Now, if you don't already, I do and will be streaming this over on Twitch in roughly about an hour or so from when this video goes live. And I am hoping to...
Is he still streaming? Because this video was released 5 hours ago. Let's see. Okay. Memo Bites. Oh, he's still live right now. He's playing it.
Here, and there are boars here. I guess I can test it and find out.
Oh, he's only been live for an hour and 30 minutes. 48 minutes. Yeah, no, this game looks so fucking good. Let's watch some of the gameplay first before we move on. Look how good the game looks. Holy. It has the little line for Final Fantasy 14. The little border line. It looks like it has a lot of loading screens though. The game looks so pretty. Like it has all type of SAO type shit. I'm definitely gonna be a mage when I play this. The boars. So you're pretty much animal hunting, huh? Yeah, anyway. That's the game. But let's go back to the video. It looked fairly short. I'm fine with that. With it. Yeah, no. There are like... Apparently you can like make a lolly in the game. But that's probably not gonna like translate over to the US. Because like in PSO2 you had the ability to make your characters really tiny. In the JP version, but in the NA version you can't do that. So I'm pretty sure they're like gonna not do that in the NA version probably, which is kind of sad because I would love to like make a little tiny person. Can name him Kid Lily. It'd be really cute, really cute little girl. It'd be really fun to make one. I don't know. Obviously, a lot of people who are gonna be weird with that type of stuff, but like you can't really escape that. They're everywhere.
Get to content that most people haven't gotten to, that most content creators haven't gotten to, that I personally haven't gotten to. After 10 hours, I pushed further than I did over the 3 days that I spent in it the first beta test. Now, Blue Protocol isn't your typical, your traditional MMO. Typically, MMOs are very linear, or then in cases of Black Desert, they're very open and freeing, but Blue Protocol, it provides a sense of being linear, but also at the same time gives you a level of freedom that you don't typically possess. And let me elaborate on this a little bit. So, as an example here, the class system.
It looks really fun.
You have a class. That class is specific to your character.
Right.
You learn your abilities. You, in rare instances, have a talent tree. In Blue Protocol, I decided to play mage. As a mage, I am limited to 4 different abilities. I have 2 Imagine. The Imagine are creatures that you can equip that essentially function like additional abilities or
nice.
since they provide you statistical benefits, and you capture them and you craft them and equip them in game. So I am limited to 4 abilities, 2 additional abilities that you can equip. You learn a set number of abilities, and then you have an entire talent tree.
So you have like the ability to like capture monsters, and then you could use them in battle. That's pretty cool. It's kind of like, I mean, you're not fucking playing Pokemon where monsters against monsters, but like that's pretty cool how like, cause like say if like you don't have like a monster, like you don't have ability, but like everyone's using this certain ability, so you have to go like across the world and like beat up this like raid boss just to get this one ability, and this ability has the like a giant shockwave that like mass kills everything. Like I find that really cool. Like, and then like there's a chance of getting an enemy the drop, so it's kind of like you're dropping a mount, but instead of a mount you're dropping an ability from an enemy, which I feel like it's really fucking cool idea.
Now I opted to utilize the fire elemental tree. There are a number of different elemental affinities that the mage has. You can opt for fire, you can opt for ice, you can opt for lightning. Now I didn't play a lightning build, I didn't play an ice build. I felt like the ice was inferior to fire in terms of damage and in terms of AoE potential. I prefer grouping hordes of enemies together and then AoEing them. That's just how I like to play my games. Now fire allowed for me to do that. Fire gave me single target, gave me dot damage, and also gave me AoE pressure that I feel like the other elements just didn't.
So in other words, there is a game, the game has a meta. Gotcha.
And I feel like being presented with the ability to play a class a certain way or a number of ways creates a degree of freedom that you don't typically find in MMOs.
I feel like this is only day 1, so I feel like it'll probably change to the fact that everyone, like all classes, will be equal. But I'm sure there's going to be somebody who's going to make a guide or something that's gonna be like, this is better than this. Now, me personally, I like fire. I like lightning. I like anything to do with like flowers. I like mage stuff. I like magic stuff. That's my thing. And then if I don't like magic stuff, I like giant swords, I like using giant hammers, stuff of that nature. That's just my thing. Now, I'm going to be playing that style because I like that style. It has nothing to do with the fact that it's with the meta. Just fortunately it is with the meta. But like, I feel like it'll suck for people who like want to play like lightning. I mean, who want to play like ice and like other things like that. I hope that changes because that would suck if, like, for example, one of my best friends, Kit, she likes water. I mean, she's gonna probably play an ice character if she ever wants to play this game. Which, by the way, she's probably not. She's not going to play this game. It would be really cool if she could, but there's no fucking way she's gonna want to consider playing this game. Because of, you know, Roblox. But whatever. She likes ice stuff. She likes water stuff. That's her thing. So, like, her jumping into the game to playing ice, she's gonna be frustrated that ice isn't as strong as fire. And she's gonna either quit or change her, fighting style to ice. That fucking blows. Because that means, like, the thing that she likes, she can't use it because it's weaker than the thing that the game suggests is stronger. I don't know. I don't like it. Fuck you, ice trees. Everything. Ice for the ice god. Yeah, I forgot. You're also ice. Yeah, see? People like snow as well. Snow likes ice. Literally has snow in the name.
Example, in Final Fantasy XIV, you play a black mage. And every black mage is going to play the same way. You'll have the exact same rotation. You have the same buffs. In Blue Protocol, that's not the case. You can choose 4 abilities out of 20, out of 30. So you're very limited in what you can do. You're very limited in your utility.
I'm sure that's gonna change. I'm sure they're gonna add more abilities, more stuff, more things, more unique stuff to the game that'll allow you to like do more things. It's gonna be It's gonna change eventually.
If you choose to focus on AoE, you're not going to be able to single target. If you focus on...
I just noticed something really odd. If you look at his abilities, it says QER. Oh, wait, never mind. I'm assuming it's because of WASD to move, so it's just QER to do spells. That is very strange, though. My guess is that each element it has is going to have a utility. Each one, like ice, maybe weaker, but it freezes enemies. Yeah, most likely, probably.
Focus on a more of a control build. You're not going to be able to...
Whoa, did you see that? I think someone did like an ability, like an enemy ability there. Like if you look over there, like hang on,
more of a control...
like right there. You see that right there? I think he just summoned this enemy and it came out with like blue fire shit. That looks so cool. It doesn't have an HP bar of it, so it's not an enemy, obviously. An enemy is probably somewhere over here. That's why they're trying to kill it. So he just used it. He just used an enemy to attack it. That looks so fucking cool.
Control build. You're not going to be able to really deal much damage, but you're going to be able to CC enemies. You can focus on more of a support build.
Yeah. He's literally just explaining it right now. It's like if you can only like doing ice, you can CC enemies and you can focus on support build. It could be more healer type deal. I want to be a healer in this game. That is a thing I want to do. However, that's not going to fucking happen unless I have friends that I'm going to be playing this game with on launch. And I'm not talking about like on launch and they're going to be playing with me through and through. I have like 2 people that have already said that I'm going to play, which is Snow is going to be playing, and then I think Donut said they're going to be playing. I'm not sure. I don't have anybody else. That's not a full party of 4, but this is a full party of 3. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, no, definitely, I'd love to be a healer. I mean, I have to be a healer if like I have people who are like tanks and stuff playing. That'd be really fun to do. If it is released also on console, I'll definitely do it. Nice. It's gonna be on console. They did say it's going to be on console.
And be of a larger support to your group, but not necessarily controlling enemies or dealing direct damage to them. So the game provides you these unique freedoms.
Oh, I'm definitely gonna fucking... I think I'm gonna do a fucking Konosuba cosplay. And I'm gonna like cosplay... God, I really need to watch Konosuba. I think I'm gonna do like a Konosuba cosplay and then I'm just gonna name my fucking character Excepurosion. And just fucking summon meteors down, just nuke everything.
That a lot of other MMOs don't. And there are MMOs that do. I'm not saying there aren't MMOs that don't already do that. I'm saying typically.
Oh, it probably will release at the same time.
Of the MMOs that I have played, that is not a...
Age of Conan had a much weirder keys for abilities. Did it? Oh god, that sounds awful then.
Common recurring theme. Now, the game is definitely linear. There is a linear path where you...
That is good. I like linear. Linear is like my favorite thing. Some people will disagree on that, but I do like it when there is a goal and you have to go through it to get to the end. I like that. Me personally, I like it because having so much fucking shit to do and having an open world to go and like explore is nice. However, when you don't know where to go, when you want to go and you don't know where to go and you don't know what you're doing, it gets boring because you don't have a goal to follow or a path to follow. At least for me personally, I don't know how other people feel, but for me personally, like if I want to like play the game, I need a goal. Like I need to know there's like some raid bosses we're trying to get strong to beat, or like there's like some at the end there's like we got to get really strong like with like OP gear, or like we're trying to get to this amount of levels so we can beat this boss for the update, you know? Like I'm trying to get strong so I can play with my friends because my friends are like 5 billion eye levels ahead of me and I can't fucking play with them because I need a stronger gear. But I need a goal to play the game, otherwise I'm just not gonna be interested in it. And I'm gonna get bored really quickly. It's the only reason why I can play Minecraft, because my goal in that game is to beat the Ender Dragon now. If I didn't have a goal, I probably wouldn't be playing it. And to be honest, I'm right now considering whether I should just try to go straight for the Ender Dragon and just try to beat it with like diamond gear on and shit like that, or if I should just stay, just try to beat it in iron gear. Like I don't know. But yeah, no, I like it when games have like a linear path and goal. It makes it easier and it makes it more fun for me to enjoy because I know where to go and I know what I'm doing. This is why I like following guides. I know what I could just follow the guide and I know what I'm doing because I'm following a guide. This is how I feel though. That's fine as long as there's branching off from the main path. Yeah, of course. As long as there's like, as long as like it's not forcing you to go do that thing. Like as long as like, I always like, even if there is a goal, it would always be better to like have like branching off for like different side tasks or different things you need to do to get to that goal, because like it's always fun. The journey is always fun than the destiny, than the arrival of the destiny, or what's the word? The journey is all more fun than the I guess the destiny. Yeah, the journey is more fun than the destiny, because like when you're going there, you're going through all this shit and you're like seeing all this stuff you're doing and you're meeting people and you're like, those people are helping you go through the game and stuff like that. Like it's more fun that way. And then when you're at the destiny, you kind of beat it and now you're just like, what now? I got here, what now? You know? Destination, there we go. Destination. Yeah. So like I would 100% agree if there's a linear path. I would love if there was like added things sprinkle in where like you have to, in order for you to get to this area, you need this amount of eye level, or you need to have this amount of pets captured or something like that, you know?
You move from point A to point B.
Makes it a little bit more interesting.
Back to point A to complete what you set out to complete, and this is a repetitious cycle, but that's typically what MMOs are. So
yeah.
You have a sense of linear progression, and you also have that sense of freedom with regards to your class. But the world itself also has a level of freedom, in so that there are quest objectives that you're forced to do to progress with the main story, or to progress with the side content.
I like that a lot. I like that really a lot, because that just means not just anybody could get into it. Some people have to beat a certain quest in order for you to get it. What? Obviously that's not gonna work in like higher levels, because unless we're talking about raids, unless like you have to like beat a raid to be able to like progress to another raid, which is what Elsword does. Like in order for you to like be able to get enough combat power to go to the next area, you need to beat a raid much times to drop the weapon, and that weapon needs to be plus 11 and up, along with your gear needs to be strong enough in order for you to even consider being able to go into the next region, of which also has a raid weapon and a bunch of raid gear that you need to get leveled up and stuff like that. And like, that's all fun as long as it's not obnoxious, like 1 million to like 3 million like compound power, because holy fuck, shit's problem. 14 raids are story focused, so you have to do one at a time in order. Yeah, well, like, it's the story raids are different from like an actual, I wouldn't say an actual MMO. I can't say an actual MMO as if it's not actual. I guess I could say Korean MMO. Korean MMOs are usually like, you gotta have this amount of eye level to do this amount of like this quest and stuff like that. That's probably not gonna be the same here. I don't think this is a Korean, this isn't a Korean MMO, this is a JP MMO, so it's probably gonna be a little bit different in terms of like power and scaling and stuff like that. With 14, which is why like this is one of the reasons why I can't see myself like consistently playing 14, because I guess the best way I can say is like I like playing like Korean styled MMO, where it's like you have to get gear and get strong before you can move on to like beating the game. Whereas like in Final Fantasy, you can get gear, but that gear will give you a certain item level to get into that dungeon, right? Like you can't like, I've never seen a situation, unless it's like 30 to 50 or 80 levels higher than the dungeon's actual level, and even then they still sink your level down to like other dungeons in order for you to do it with others. So like I've never seen a situation where someone would just like come in from like a high level, like 70 or something, and just fucking wipe out all of the bosses, enemies and bosses stuff with just one hit. I've never seen that happen, unless the game unless like you turn off level sync, in which case that never happens. And then like when you're in raiding, there's never someone who is like plus 12 gear. Like if you're doing an actual raid or something like that, there's never someone who is like plus 500 gear, doing half the boss's damage in one rotation. There's never that situation. It's always like a combination of people together, and like the only thing that separates you from the average Joe is whether you know how to press the right button properly. Like I don't see me playing that, because I feel like that's a little bit off compared to like the thrill of like getting super duper strong gear and just going into the game and just fucking nuking the boss because you just have overpowered gear, and you just grinded your ass away trying to get like a plus 13 or a plus 14 weapon. I find that more fun, in my opinion. You'd be surprised. I've been in groups that take like 10 minutes to clear out a dungeon. And dungeons are usually a minimum of 15 to 20 minutes long. I mean, that's only like a 5 to 10 minute difference. Like I've been in dungeons I've been in raids actually in Elsword where like we would be in the raid for a good 30 to 50 minutes strong. And even in Lost Ark. Lost Ark is a huge fucking example. I've been in raids in Lost Ark where it's like hours long, and then there would just be this one fucking Giga Chad with like 1500 eye level. He would come in and just nuke the boss. Like he would just go through the first phase of the boss with like in less than 10 to 20 minutes. Meanwhile, we would take like an hour to like 2 to 3 hours just to get through the first phase, because we're like matching eye level to the boss. That's huge for that kind of MMO. I mean, yeah, I would assume that would be huge for that kind of MMO, especially because of like the GCD in that game is not relatively fast compared to all the other MMOs. But like, I don't know if but I can't really say that because I don't know if GCD has anything to do with the fact that it makes the game slower. Because like the people have to press their like buttons in a specific way to like get things to get the boss to die eventually. I don't know. I just feel like Final Fantasy is just like its own little genre at this point. Versus like something like Elsword or like Lost Ark, where it's like you can just get armor and just nuke the boss. Hang on, I have someone at my door. I'll be right back.
I hit a point where I could not take any more quests. This is because to progress any further, I needed to hit adventure rank level 2. Now,
oh, so it's like a PSO2 type situation where like you have to hit a certain level, and then you have to go and talk to like the like board or whatever, the person in charge of the board or whatever, to increase your rank, and then you can level up more. It's like a cap, it's like a cap you reach, and then you have to, yeah, it's like a PSO2.
Hitting adventure rank level 2 meant that I needed to unlock a number of different conditions. These conditions involve things like killing X amount of monsters, looting X amount of rocks out in the world, picking X amount of this specific flower.
Can I just say, what is the appeal of fishing? I noticed like this is a reoccurring theme where people really like fishing in video games, like fishing most specifically in MMOs. Why? Like, why do people like this sideways progression bullshit? Like, this is boring to me. Like, in my opinion, I feel like this is just really boring. Like, even in Final Fantasy or like Lost Ark, I feel like this is just really like even in like Monster Hunter Rise, like I feel like it's just boring. It's just annoying, kind of, in a way. Like, but people really like this type of stuff. I don't know why. Relax. I'm relaxed. I'm chill. I'm just curious. It's like, what do you guys like about the fishing in these games? Because like, I never see myself doing this type of stuff, but I would always see people wanting it, asking for it, even begging for it, and I'm just sitting here like, but why though? It's a social thing. There's even boats that you can get on Farm 14 that takes you around places where you can fish, and it's grouped content, so you'll have people with you, good chatting area. Materials, money, side quests, break away from content to chill. Yeah, I could see that. Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. I could see that. Like, I could imagine like being on a boat with all of my friends, and we're just like we're not even just, we don't even have to talk all the time. We're just sitting on the boat, chilling, just fishing together and just talking. I could see that happening. Yeah. Yeah, okay, I understand it now. I can see it happening.
Fishing for X amount of fish. These are things that you can do while exploring. These are things that you can do while doing other quests, while killing other monsters, while...
In fact, in Final Fantasy 14, you get a mount when you reach a threshold in fishing. Well, I mean, that's just like a goal that comes with it. Like, I'm not talking about the goal that comes with it. I'm asking like why the reasoning behind people wanting to fish. Like, that's just an extra thing that comes with it after it had already been like established. Like, I'm wondering why people wanted like in the game first, because I remember there were some games where like Final Fantasy, like Phantasy Star Online, for example, like it didn't have fishing when New Genesis came out, but everyone was like, "Where's the fishing? I want it!" And it was like, why? But I could see it. I could see why people would like it. Me personally, I just don't like it. It just seems kind of boring, and I'm more of like a explosion fighty type gal, but some people just like to chill out from every once in a while.
While fighting monsters in dungeons, like these are things that you're going to need to fit into your everyday activities if you want to progress, and this is a 100% requirement. You cannot ignore.
Oh my god, she looks so fucking cute. Oh my god, I can't wait to play this game. Fashion Protocol. It's gonna be so good.
Or your adventure rank, otherwise you won't learn new abilities, you won't unlock new story, you won't be capable of unlocking additional dungeons. You'll hit a wall, and this is a wall that cannot be overcome unless you, again, complete all of these prerequisite conditions. Admittedly, the adventure rank can be annoying. I did find it to be a little bit frustrating because this was a Japanese beta, and therefore I didn't understand much of what was going on, and I could only translate so much.
Well, that's not really their fault, is it? You're the one that wanted to jump onto their like servers, so why are you complaining about a system that you don't understand because you jumped into a server with a language that you can't speak? I feel like that's kind of a you situation, buddy.
Accurately, so I was often left just kind of running around hoping what I'm looting.
Yeah, I mean, literally because you couldn't speak the fucking language. What do you expect? That was the same thing when I was watching like Asmongold play. Like he was seeing people get strong, and like he was unlocking skills and shit. He didn't know what he was doing. He was just playing the game because he just playing the game, but like he was unlocking stuff that he didn't know what he was unlocking, and I'm assuming there's probably some type of like system where you like level up your character to make them stronger or stuff like that. He couldn't do that because he didn't understand anything. He couldn't change his like key bindings because he didn't understand anything. It's like, I mean, what did you expect? That's one of the reasons why I kind of don't. I'm not like trying to rush into the beta, the Japanese beta. I'm kind of just gonna wait until like the NA beta comes out and hope I get in it and just play that when it comes out. That's just my thing. He has a point. Being blocked off from continuing a story because of missing your these activities and kind of annoying. Miscellaneous activities are kind of annoying. I mean, I agree. That is annoying. Like, I'm not like discrediting what he said. Like, that is annoying, having to just be like, okay, before you can level up, you gotta do like a bunch of these other activities before you can continue. It's like, that is really fucking annoying. However, you can't complain about that when you're in, like, you can't complain about that and not knowing what to do when you're in a server that you can't speak the language of. I feel like that's kind of just like, in a way, that kind of like shooting yourself in the own foot. I feel like that's kind of like shooting yourself in the foot. But no, I agree. Like, I agree that you have to like go back and do all this type of stuff just to advance like in the game. It's just kind of annoying because that just means there's like a lot of side progression bullshit. Which, if you haven't watched me playing Lost Ark, I hate side progression and like diagonal progression in video games. It's not my thing. But I'm willing to go through it if the game's worth it. Like, I'm willing to go through it if the game's worth it. And like, if I have no other choice to progress, like if I'm forced to do it, I'll do it. But like, if I'm not forced to do it, if there's another way I can get past it, I'm not gonna do it. Snake and ladder progression, yeah, I fucking hate it. It sucks.
Looting is what I needed to loot to unlock and further progress through all of the conditions that were necessary to unlock the adventure rank level 2. But backtracking a little bit, the game, linear, while also offering a degree of freedom. Now, as I played the original beta, I noted at the beginning that there were a lot of issues that needed fixed, that needed remedied, because it dragged the game down and really made it feel cheap. That is not the case with this beta test. This beta test had a lot of revamped features, a lot of revamped functions, mechanics, content, and made for a very enjoyable experience. There's a lot of depth to this game. There's more depth to this game than I feel is typically present in other MMOs. There is the option to play.
Oh no, I definitely can see the depth of it just by watching it, and that's why I think this game is gonna be such a huge fucking success. Just by watching it, seeing all the the combat, seeing all the abilities you can have with like enemies, and then on top of that, knowing that you can capture enemies and use their abilities in combat, I see that there's a lot of shit going on in this game, and I'm super duper happy I'm super excited just to get into it, especially like since it's a new game. Like, just being able to start off with everybody else not knowing what to do, minus the people who played the JP version. Like, I'm super duper excited just to get into it, just to bite my fangs into this game. Like, I'm super happy and super excited to get into it.
Play any class you want to on a single character, and I know Eden Eternal did this, I know Final Fantasy XIV did this, but it's not something typically MMOs allow for, so you can level all the classes on one single character. There's the Imagine system, where you craft Imagine, which are creatures that you can equip, use in battle to provide you additional abilities. Like, as a mage, I equipped one that could heal me and heal.
That's literally a duck. Wait, go back. That's a duck. Wait, that's a rooster. Actually, that's a chicken. That's a chicken.
Could heal me and heal other players that weren't even in my party out in the field, which gave me additional survivability, additional utility in a group environment. You could also equip those purely for a statistical advantage, because they give you
this game looks so fucking good. Oh my god, my body is so good. I want to play it so badly.
Like, advantage to
so good.
Dungeons, you are required to have a certain item level, and that can be boosted by equipping Imagine. So they function similarly to gear, while also providing a skill. So they fill a multitude of different roles. And then there are combat Imagine that you can use. So again, they fill a lot of roles. There are a lot of life skills. Fishing. There is a very large focus on crafting. Gear is only.
I want to play this so badly.
You need to go out. You need to farm items to craft your gear. And if you're not a crafter like I am, I hate crafting. It's going to be a bit of a nuisance to.
I don't mind crafting. I think crafting is like okay in my opinion. I guess mostly because I'm whenever I think of crafting, I think of like Lost Ark, Oh, Lost Ark. Last of Us. I think of Last of Us, the original one, not the second one, the original one. I was fine crafting on the go. Seemed pretty cool. I don't think I'd mind it, especially then let's say like games like MMOs, like MMO games. I don't mind crafting at all. I only mind it when it becomes like part of your gameplay. Like if like for example like in Monster Hunter Rise, where you have to like craft bullets in order for you to keep using more bullets. Like I felt that was a little bit too much. That's why I just got the fucking unlimited ammo unlimited ammo mod. But like I felt like it was a little bit too much. Playing just constantly crafting on the go while playing. I don't mind crafting. Like let's say like you have to craft a weapon that has like durability, or like crafting like food that you take onto the field. Like I don't mind that, like doing crafting off battle, but like if it's like crafting where you have to like craft in the middle of the battle, it's just kind of odd. Yeah, but no, I don't mind crafting. Crafting's okay with me.
But at the same time, like you're not going to obtain gear necessarily from boss drops or world boss drops or dungeon boss drops. So I guess it is attempting to separate itself from that whole gear, the whole necessity behind farming repetitiously for gear and then being disappointed when you don't obtain it. Because there's nothing worse than trying to attempt to get this piece of gear from a very highly ranked competitive dungeon or raid, farming it for a month, 2 months, not getting the single piece you need, seeing everyone else get all the different gear that they wanted. The alternative here is that you enter these dungeons, you enter these raids, and you get materials. These materials are then used to craft gear that you wouldn't otherwise get, or that you're not going to get. So there's never a point where you're not receiving something beneficial for you or for your future gear. Thus, there's always a purpose behind what you're running, and you never feel disappointed necessarily in what you get. Unless, you know, you only need like one item left, and for whatever reason you're not obtaining it. But I feel like that should be a rare case given the amount of material, the amount of resources you get during and even after completing each dungeon. The world itself, absolutely beautiful.
It does look really good.
For an anime game, I think Blue Protocol is the most stunning anime.
It looks
MMO
really fucking good.
Is one of the better looking anime games in general. I know there are going to be Genshin players in here that are like, oh, but Genshin looks better. I don't.
Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Shut up. Shut up. I don't care. Shut up. Who cares? Like, how are you gonna come here and complain, like, compare Genshin to this game? This game is a completely different game. It doesn't, you don't fucking, it's not a gacha game. It's an MMO. Who cares if it, like, who cares if it's more prettier than, who cares? Shut the fuck up. Nobody cares. Just play your Genshin. If you want to play an MMO, come over here. Genshin is not an MMO. It's a gacha. It's a fucking mobile gacha game. Like, just stop. Just, nobody cares. Holy. Get that shit out of here. Swear to God.
I don't think so. I actually think Blue Protocol, graphically for its regions.
Yeah, it's a co-op game. It's not an MMO. If you want to fucking play an MMO, play this game. You want to play a co-op game, play Genshin Impact. Like, these games are completely different. You can't compare the two. It's just, shut up. And I'm not telling MMO Byte to shut up. I'm saying, like, all the people that are trying to compare this game to Genshin Impact to shut up. Like, it's just annoying. It's like, oh, but Genshin Impact looks prettier. Who cares? This has nothing to do with Genshin Impact. If you want to play Genshin Impact, keep playing Genshin Impact. Who is telling you to play another game? Who is trying to stop you from, like, playing this? Like, playing Genshin Impact? No one. If you like it, play it. If you like this game, play this game. Who cares? Holy shit.
Is equivalent to Genshin Impact, if not even better. I think the character models, the fluidity in the character animations are drastically superior to Genshin Impact, drastically superior to any gacha game out there. You can.
It's just this is not a gacha game, is it? This is not even a gacha game. Is this a gacha game? Okay, yeah. Blue Protocol is completely free of any gacha related mechanics. This is not a gacha game. This is not even the same game. Stop trying to compare the two. It's not even close.
How characters move, individual parts of their bodies, their fingers, their facial expressions, just how they move left to right and forwards and backwards and interacting with the environment, the seats, the counters, everything is just so high quality. But then this is Bandai Namco. They're the people that did Code Vein. They are the people that published Elden Ring. They have...
Yeah, Bandai Namco is just an S tier company. Like, they've done so much good shit. So
developed a ton of Tales of games, so they have a very long history with successful games. The combat is
this game looks so fucking fun. Oh my god. I can't wait to play it. I can't wait to play it. I can't wait to play it.
Drastically superior to what I had played back during the previous beta test. The first beta was very clunky. This was...
I just want you guys to know, I've never been this excited to play an MMO since I was 10 years old. And I saw what was that MMO called? I think it was named shit, what's it called? It was probably World of Warcraft. I don't think I've ever been excited for like an MMO ever since I watched someone play World of Warcraft when I was a kid. I couldn't play it because my dad didn't believe in credit cards and didn't even want to do anything with them because they thought, like, you know, people would steal their money or whatever. But ever since then, I've never been excited for a game as I am now. So like, the little kid in me is coming out.
Everything just, it moved in unison, running around, attacking, transitioning from attacking to your mount, transitioning from your mount to your attacks.
I mean, against that when you do like credit cards either. Yeah, but like, you don't even need to get a credit card. You can just get a Visa debit card. Like, you can just pay with the money you have. You don't need to like have the fucking bank watching over your shoulder for everything you buy. But yeah, no, he never cared, he never really trusted those type of stuff, and also he would also make the excuse that I'm not doing good in school, so he would just never buy me anything, so I just would never bother.
Aerial combat, grounded combat, combat where you're jumping off a cliff and shooting enemies as you fall. The combat was phenomenal. Granted, the abilities were admittedly, for the first few hours, very plain, very ordinary, not very impactful, but that makes sense.
It's literally level 1. Like, here's my rule of thumb when I'm playing video games. If the combat at level 1 sucks ass, you know that shit's gonna be busting at level 50 or 60 or some shit like that. You know the combat's gonna get super fast, super hard, super quick, real fast. Like, it's gonna get good. So like, I'm not basing this game about like level 1 to 6 combat. Like, I know this shit's gonna hit hard real fast.
Only, I think, level 4 or 5 for the first 4 hours of the stream. We are also limited to a max level of 20, I believe, for this.
Yeah, like I said, like, it's gonna get better. And like, looking at the game, seeing all the spells and stuff people are doing now, it looks really fucking good.
Test phase, so we're not gonna be able to see what abilities we get at level 30 or 40, whatever they end up making the
look at all the fucking healing and shit.
But the combat was absolutely phenomenal. It
looks so fun.
Expectations out of the water, having played it originally. I feel like for the first 10 hours of playing an MMO, and I played this in Japanese, so I spent a solid like hour and a half trying to translate everything on screen. But my first 10 hours spent in Blue Protocol, this new version of it, this finalized version of it, were better than I thought they were going to be. My impressions were so far above. I did not anticipate to have as much fun as I did. Now, I'm not saying it will continue to be as fun. I'm not saying it won't grow to be even more fun.
Yeah, it's always good to have like a little bit of like a like some like salt on your shoulder, because like there are some games that started off being good and then eventually ended off being like terrible. Like Fantasy Star Online, for example, with new NGS, it started off being good at release on JP, and then it just slowly became a game that nobody plays anymore because there's just nothing to do in the game anymore, and then nobody plays it. Um, so yeah, it's always good to have like a little bit of a skepticism on your shoulder or something like that, so that you don't get like disappointed if things don't go the way that it should.
As I continue to unlock new features, like additional dungeons, like the raids I did, the dungeons of which were actually a lot of fun. There were interesting mechanics in the dungeons that I could utilize to deal additional damage to monsters, additional damage to bosses, but I don't want to delve too deeply into this on day one, because my opinion of certain features and certain aspects of the game are likely going to change as I progress through it on day 2 and spend 20 hours in the game. They're likely going to change as I progress through on day 3 and cover 30 hours of the game. So my opinion thus far, after 10 hours of network test, beta test on day 1, is that if the game launches in this state, it is going to be a monumental success. It is going to cater.
And the best part about this is it's only gonna get better. Like, the best part about this, it's only gonna get better. It's only gonna get better gameplay, better looking monsters, better bosses, better mechanics. It's only gonna get better. But it's still best to have your confidence low, so that when shit hits the fan, you won't be disappointed. You will just be, you just knew that it's always was going to happen. But I have really high hopes in this game. I really do think this game is going to fucking be probably, if not one of the best MMOs of 2023. And yeah, I'm excited for it.
To anime fans, 100%. But beyond that, this game feels so smooth. Feels so high quality. I can't wait for all of you to get to test this out, because this
I can't wait either, buddy.
My expectation. And if Amazon don't ruin it, and they have the potential to, but they also have the potential not to, and if the monetization isn't ruined from Bandai Namco, if they don't make this pay to win or heavily pay to advance or heavily catering to whales, then I think this might be potentially one of the biggest releases of the year, and the only anime MMO that is left, that is relevant, that is of any kind of success in the genre. Hopefully
I agree.
Join me.
I 100% agree with that motherfucking statement. That cannot be any further from the truth. That is 100% true. Like, this game is genuinely incredible. It looks great. It looks fluent. People say it plays fluently. I haven't played it yet. We'll see when it comes out in the test in the West. It just looks like a really fucking fun game, and I'm really looking forward to it. It just looks really fun.
On Twitch, an hour from. Alternatively, if Blue Protocol isn't your thing at all, absolutely no problem. I have 2 different videos on screen right now, one featuring a list of MMOs coming out this month, the other featuring an MMO launching later this year that I definitely think you need to take a look at.
What a good fucking video. What a good motherfucking video. This game is honestly so cool. I really hope this devs don't listen to negative people with their copy of this or copy of that comments, or the other ones that nitpick on everything and blow it out of proportion. I really wish this game to grow bigger and prosper, as it really makes me feel special attachment towards it. Yeah, no, the game, I cannot stress this enough. The game looks so fucking good, and I can't wait to put my hands on it. I genuinely can't wait to play this game. I literally got my computer, like, the best components just to play that game, particularly when I didn't have a computer, and also just to play Fantasy Star Online NGS perfectly when it comes out. I played Fantasy Star Online, I played it for a little bit, I got bored of it. I can't wait to play this game when it comes out. The game looks like what I wanted Kurzspell PV to feel like. Yeah, no, definitely. Kurzspell failed me and it's PvE. The PvE in Chris Spells fucking blows ass. Chris Spell is pretty much just an arena game at this point. That's why I just don't play it. I don't like PvP. I hope you can get in for day 2. Chris Spell sucks, I agree. No, it really does suck. Also, hi Goldie! Welcome to the stream. How you doing? Welcome. What I've seen, the feedback is amazing. The game changed a lot, much cleaner and with much more quality of life. They truly listen to the users' feedback. All we need now is a release date. Yep. I'm genuinely excited to play this game. When it comes out, it comes to the tweet. To the West. I love the art style that the game has. And there's actually a content in the game. It isn't mini games like some other games in the market. Cough, cough, Genshin, cough. I like the little side hit. The biggest worry with this game is how it was received as a mediocre. And sadly, they were right back then. So it's great to know it was changed for the best. I hope more good stuff is on the way. Same. God. I'm just really fucking excited. Like, I'm sorry, Colty, but if this game comes out, I'm probably going to quit Lost Dog for a month just to fucking focus on this game. Like, I'm not even joking. Currently sick, so I'm not going to work. That's rude. I'm just telling you like it is.